Hello, you guys. Welcome to what will hopefully be the first episode of the Quiérete Mucho podcast. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so as you can tell, hello, my name is Stacy, and this is
Lisa.
yes. Oh my god, you guys. Let's tell them a little bit about like the background of the podcast and how we ended up here, Mom.
Okay, it's fine.
Sale? Okay, so this is my mom. For those of you, I feel like the majority of you will already know her because you've been in and out of our content for years,
Yes.
right? Like you've been in videos with me, you've been in the vlogs. And I feel like something that stands out about you a lot is the fact that you always have something beautiful to tell us.
Oh, wow.
You
It's
do.
an honor. Thank you.
Yes, I feel like you do, Mom. And so I was going to start this podcast on my own, and I filmed 4 episodes. I edited them. I have the episodes, but something just didn't feel right. Like
Okay.
it just didn't feel right with me, like to just sit here and talk by myself. And so yesterday, you want to tell them how I asked you?
Yeah, I remember we were talking in the living room
Mm-hmm.
here in your house, and then you asked me like, "Mom, I'm doing this and something new," and you talked to me about it, and then I was like, I didn't give you an answer
Right.
right away, and then you say, "Okay, Mom, it's fine if you're not ready, or let me know if you're ready. I really will be happy if you participate."
Yes.
And I say, "Okay." But then on my way home, I love to talk, and when I was young, I used to get in trouble in the school because I always talking, and I still talk a lot right now. So I pray and I say, maybe it's a good opportunity to tell others, about my experience, and if I
Yeah.
can help anybody.
Yes.
I mean, in my path, what I've been going through, and how I've been dealing with different situations and things like that. I would like to do that. So I changed
Yeah.
my mind,
Yes, and I
and
and
I'm
I
here.
I know. Well, last night, so this all happened last night, you guys, because I was already just ready to give up on the podcast, Mom. Like one
Oh,
of the things that because you've been there throughout, my whole way as like my postpartum. I don't have a lot of time, and I feel like something that has come for me in postpartum is like a lot of self-doubt.
mm.
Where normally I'm not a very self-doubtful person. Typically I tend to be very confident, but I don't know why with postpartum, like I'm questioning everything, right? So when I did these 4 episodes, I was like, you know what, who's gonna want to listen? Like for what? It's just me talking. It's not even something worthy. Like it's fine, I'm just not gonna do it. And then yesterday you and I were talking, and I feel like you and I always have very long conversations.
Yes.
We love to talk to each other. Like you're my best friend. I could really
Oh,
say that.
thank
I
you.
could really say that. My mom is my best friend.
That's a good thing.
I love that. I mean, honestly, I
It's
love that.
beautiful for a mom to be honored with their kids, to say, really, I'm right now in the opposite, that all my kids wanted to be with me, and I wish I can be 3 of me, and one with you
With each.
guys, with each one, and I just hope that I can do good for all 3.
Mom, you've done amazing. And we
I'm
will
trying my best.
we will definitely get into all of that. But yeah, I'm very glad that you thought about it, you prayed about it, and it felt right for you, because
Yes.
this was very right for me. What, even though I had the 4 episodes film, I was like, no, like it's still something's missing. And I thought about it. I was like, well, who can I do a podcast with? And there were people that I thought about, but I feel like the most genuine connection and the most genuine conversations will and do happen with you,
Yes.
which are conversations we already have, but then now we're just bringing them for everybody else to see.
Yeah, I think what we talk about is something regular that can happen to anybody.
Oh my God,
I
yes.
mean, especially if we're gonna take the subject about being a mom and having kids, and having trouble. I have my own experience, was different, and I know it's outside over there. It's a lot of moms
Yeah.
that maybe have a lot of questions, and others are going through something
Yeah.
different, something tough, and they don't have somebody to talk about it, or they
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable, or sometimes you feel shame, or a little bit
Guilt.
sad, guilt. I still feel guilt tell sometimes at my age, and you guys already grown-ups, and there's different things that we have to deal with. So
Yes. And
we're humans.
I cannot I love the fact that we have so many episodes to get through, but like you
Yes.
said, motherhood, right? So we were talking last night and we were like, okay, what are we going to talk about? How are we going to get into this? What should we say? And when we were thinking of topics, I said, I was like, you know what's so present in my life right now? Motherhood, you know?
Yes.
It's literally something that it's happening to me. I'm in the thick of it. I have a 5-month-old.
Beautiful five-months old.
It's a beautiful 5-month old. Yes, we are biased, but honestly, he is beautiful, the most
Yes.
beautiful. But it's a phase in my life that I do want to document, and I want to have this moment in time forever here. You know, and like you said, there are a lot of moms who are going through this by themselves.
Oh,
And
yes.
if we're feeling, or you have felt these things, and if I'm
Hmm.
feeling them, hopefully we can make a mom feel normal, right?
Yes.
So the Quiérete Mucho podcast, I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so happy
Thank
for the
you.
conversations we're going to have. And I would love to ask for anyone who's watching on YouTube, please leave a beautiful comment encouraging my mom. Please.
Please. Please.
Yeah, because
I'm new on this.
yes, I know she's making it look so easy, like she's done this so
Yes.
many times,
Oh,
but
yeah. Look
girl,
at me. Uh-huh.
but she was so nervous, and I'm so grateful you're here, mom. So,
I'm thank you.
yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
I feel like I don't even know where to begin. Like with motherhood, like mom, you've been a mom for 32 years. Where do we begin?
And being a mom, it's beautiful to become a mom. To be a mom is, I think, is a different stage as a woman. Because
Yeah.
first we're just a woman, but
Right.
then when you have kids, is a different, completely different stage, and in the life of a woman.
And I don't think before you have kids, even if people try to explain that to you, I don't think you can understand that concept.
I don't think so. I don't think all women, we know we have something inside that calls us to be a mom,
Right.
but it's sort
Most.
most.
Yeah.
But some of it we choose, and to be a mom, and some of it don't, and there's nothing wrong.
Right.
You know, so but becoming a mom is a big thing.
It's
It
huge.
is, it has a beautiful side, and it has a responsibility side.
Yeah.
It's something that you cannot give up.
Yeah.
Once you become a mom, you mom forever.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful in one part, and the other part is like, first I say it's a big responsibility, but then that responsibility, it feels into love, because then that responsibility become love. You love so much another human being that it's an honor to be a mom.
Yeah, and I think all the things you're saying are true, and I feel like we should get into all of them, because you just, like, you touched on 3 different points that I'm like, wow, and that's how I feel about motherhood. Like, I'm sitting here telling you, like, how should we even talk about it? Because honestly, it's such a big thing, you know?
It is.
And you know what the most shocking part is? The fact that, again, like I said, before I became a mom, you see moms doing this every day. And you think to yourself, you never even think twice, because you think she has it easy. She's not struggling. Her kids are fine. She's doing great. And in the mom's brain, there's 1,001 things happening in every millisecond.
Yes.
Literally, like the biggest thing that motherhood is, you know what I mean? Like, how do we even begin to dissect it? You know, before I became a mom, I would see you, right? You're like my closest example of what a mom is. I would see you, and to me, you were a good mom. You know, you were always a good mom. I've never thought you were a bad mom, right? When I was growing up, I never thought you were a bad mom. Now that I'm a grown up, have I seen choices that I'm like, I probably wouldn't do that? Yes, but even then, I still thought you were always a good mom, right? So it's crazy to me, because did you always feel like you had it figured out?
Actually, I don't think we always have to. I mean, we figured it out at once. It's really tough. My experience, you already know my story, and some of you guys already know that I've been a single mom for such a long time, years and years. Yes, 21 years, and I'm still single mom. So it's like, okay. So I think it's a little tougher,
as a single
but
mom.
as a single mom, because you have to be there for everything and also provide and everything, so it's double work. But definitely is payoff after you see your kids grown up and be as healthy as they can, and productive humans, and beautiful souls, and
Yeah.
I'm so proud of my
Yeah.
kids. I won't change anything as a mom or anything that I did.
Yeah.
So it's always tough, but it has the good things.
Right.
They
Of
change
course.
everything.
Of course. But my like I guess my question would be like while you were and are still going, because now what as a mom, I'm always questioning every choice I make. Every choice I make. So for example, oh my God, I fed him at this time. Should I feed him at this time? And then what time should I put him down for nap time? And how he changes diaper? Do we have diapers? And you know what I mean? Like there's a
Yeah, I
thousand things in your
understand.
brain. And I never knew that was a thing. Like I would just see you doing it. You know what I mean? You would wake up, do your thing, make us food, go to work, come back. You know, I never knew everything that was going through your brain. Was your brain also like that?
I think so. I mean, you have to accomplish so many things before you do the next one. And the good thing as a mom, we have, I don't know how we created, we build different our brains that I don't have to be telling my kids, oh, I'm thinking this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that. Because first of all, as a kid, you won't understand. Baby, how can I understand everything that goes in your mind?
Yeah.
It's a instance that we have as a woman, as a mom, to do things like that,
You know, but
for kids.
I don't think the kids understand. I don't think anyone other than moms understand. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because even as a grown adult woman, I didn't become a mom until I was 32. Even as a grown adult woman, I saw you doing blah, blah, boom, pas, el que sigue, vámonos, vas, vas, vas. I saw you doing everything, and it still looked easy to me. It wasn't until I became a mom that this huge load came onto my head that I was like, you
Oh,
guys
that's
are
how she
doing
was
this?
doing it.
You guys are doing this 24/7?
Mhm.
This is your brain
Yes.
24/7. What? I never knew that. And I don't think a lot of people know. Like, I don't know if maybe I'm just the only one who doesn't know. And you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. But like the concept of, I don't know, like it's crazy the fact that we live like this. How do moms live like, and now I am a mom. And I'm like, how do you manage and juggle it? And you just do, right? Like a lot of moms tell you,
Exactly.
you just do.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just do. But it's like, it's incredible. Like, I feel like moms don't get enough credit. I don't think they do, you know?
I think as a mom, we don't do it because of the credit.
Of
I
course,
think we
no.
do it because it's our instinct as a mom to
Yeah,
protect, to give yourself for your kids.
right.
Because you see a kid, you see a baby, and he cannot protect
Of
himself. He
course.
cannot talk. He hardly communicate with crying and things like that. So for sure, you have to be there for the baby or for the kids. So I
Right.
think it's an instinct, it's a mom instinct that we have to do it like that.
You think it becomes like you're just born with it as soon as the baby's born, the mom is born?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think when you have the baby for the first time, that's when you become your new stage as a woman and you become a mom. And I think different kids inside, like, plays and to put you in a different way. Because then your kid becomes your priority most of the
A hundred
times,
percent. Right. I mean, yeah, for sure that happened to me. But that didn't happen to me. Like, it didn't feel like, for me at least, as soon as he was born, as soon as I was pregnant, I love my son 100,000%. But I didn't feel like it was instant. Like, I instantly knew what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like, I struggled to figure everything out. And I'm someone who did the research and I read the
When you were
book.
pregnant or when you had the baby?
Like, I think the way people make it seem like it's like, oh my God, like I just became a mom and I knew everything and I just knew how to love him and how to protect him and how to feed him. And I feel like I had that idea that like as soon as I'm a mom, I'm gonna know how to do everything.
Oh no, it doesn't come like that. I mean, it
No.
sounds easy to say, but it doesn't come like that.
Right.
Like you still figure out. I still figure out until today how to deal with my kids in certain areas, and
Situations.
exactly, because sometimes it's hard.
Every time it's hard, girl.
Especially
What do you
now
mean?
that They grown-ups, you guys are human beings. You different, you want to do your own things, it's a little different. You're still the mom, and you still wanted to still protect it and give everything for you guys. But now you had your own thoughts, you had your own ways, so it's a little different, but
Yeah, and I
it's
think
still worth it.
100%, duh. Like, woo,
Yeah,
100,000%. Like, I feel like two things are true. Motherhood is really hard, and motherhood is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
exactly. So it's two ways.
It's
So
the same, son dos lados de la misma moneda. It's the
es la,
same.
la misma moneda, dos lados.
Yeah, we just said the same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I think when I was pregnant, I thought a little bit of, it's going to come instantly. Like, I read the books, I saw the YouTube videos, I watch the TikToks. How hard can it be? You know what I mean? And then the baby's born, and you're just like, oh, this is a lot.
It's a little human being in front of
Yeah,
me. It's
it's
not the
almost
book.
yeah, it's not the book. Yeah, it's almost like they give you like a little squirmy thing, and they're like,
Oh,
make sure it doesn't die. And you're like, huh?
yeah.
And oh my god, and they're tiny and they're squishy, and the fact that they could even forget how to breathe on their own. I'm like, you just
I
had to breathe.
know.
You just had to breathe. Like, that's all you had to do. It's crazy. Like, I feel like as a first time mom, I love being a first time mom.
That's beautiful.
I love it. It's definitely very challenging. But now that he's getting a little bit bigger, like, I would say at the 4th month, there was a little bit of like a turnaround where like it started getting a little bit better. Like, it's always been great. I've always loved him and I've had so much fun with him. But now, like, his personality's coming out.
I know.
He
It's beautiful.
laughs. He follows you when you talk to him. He smiles when he sees familiar faces.
Exactly.
So it's only gotten better for me, in my opinion, right?
Yes.
Now, something that I have asked you before, right? Because there was a point where I was sad at the fact that he was no longer tiny and stuff. And I asked you, I was like, Mom, do you like me more now than when I was a baby? And what did you say?
I remember exactly what I say in that moment, but I can say it right now.
Mhm.
I just love you.
I love you
The
too.
whole life. It's like every stage you're going through is something like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of my
Oh,
kids. I
no,
love
thank
my
you.
kids to the point that I say one day, I don't deserve you guys to be my kids. And that's the love of the mom.
I
That no
agree.
matter what the kids do, what they say to you, we just love you
Yeah.
no matter what. As a mom, that love never change.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I
So no
agree.
matter how old you are, I will still love you the same way.
I
I always will see my little girl, my first baby.
Yes.
And that's the way it is with my kids.
Well, I asked because you can look back and be like, wow, this little girl turned into this amazing woman. I see you, no echándome porra. No, this little girl turned into this woman that I love to hang out with, and we talk and it's fun, and but I haven't had that experience. Santiago's still tiny.
I know.
So I don't know how much. So does it get better?
It gets better in one point. Because I remember when I have you were my first one. And also I was alone. I don't have my mom's help. I don't have nobody's help.
You were
And
married, but
I
you
was
were
married,
alone in this
but
country.
my husband was working most of the time, and he was by the phone. So every time I phone him, he will come home. Every time I call him, he would say, "What's wrong?
Yeah.
How's the baby?"
Yeah.
I say, "No, the baby's good, but I feel sad."
Yeah.
Why you feel sad for? I don't know.
Yeah.
And he will keep talking to me and make me feel better. I think I was going through something, being alone and has so much responsibility and all the changes as a mom.
Yeah.
And young and everything. But every day, every stage is beautiful. I think about it, and like I told you the other day, I never thought that you're gonna become this good mom,
Thank you.
because I see you worry and do everything for Santiago, and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to see you in this stage and you doing everything so good. It's beautiful because it give me peace of mind about my grandkids, that I love them so much.
Me too.
So it's like seeing you now. I told you, I never thought you're gonna become this good. I mean, not that I don't have faith on you or
Right.
anything, but I mean,
Todavía no
I
te
just
vamos,
love to see it.
no te vamos a dar bonus, ¿eh?
No.
We're not gonna pay you more.
It's
I was kidding. Thank you, Mom.
it's okay, but I
Thank you,
mean,
Mom.
it's about the truth because it's a lot of women over there that they're doing an awesome job as a mom, and sometimes nobody say nothing. Nobody says, "Hey, you're doing good.
I
You're
know.
doing an amazing job raising those kids," and
Yeah.
because it's our job as a mom to do it, and sometimes they take it for granted. Nobody notices that you going an extra mile doing the stuff, so to all the moms,
You're doing
you're doing
amazing.
an amazing
You're a great
job as a
mom.
mom.
Yes.
Yes.
I do thank you for your words. And I think that I know you touched a little bit on it and you said that you were going through things when you first had me as your first.
Yes.
And I think one of the reasons why I've had such, I don't want to say an easy time, but why I haven't had as horrible of a time as I could be having with my postpartum period is the fact that you and Denny, my husband, have been there uplifting me, right? Like
Yes.
every step of the way, every time I'm having doubts or I'm feeling horrible or I have mom guilt or I just feel like SHIT, you guys are there to tell me things like that. Like, you're doing great, you're doing an awesome job,
Yes.
you're a great mom. And I really appreciate that, right? And because of that, because you guys have been so positive and because I know how dark it can get in the postpartum period because it could get real dark.
Yes.
And because I know how much your words have impacted me, you and Denny's words have impacted me, I have added it to my list of life missions to let every mom know that she's doing an amazing job.
Exactly.
I'm sure you could see it with like my newer merch, like from the QMRM shop.
Yes.
I started bringing out stuff, the quiérete, mucho respeto, the más stuff, but also the mom stuff because it's gotten so ugly, and it's felt so bad. Like, you could be doing everything right, taking care of your baby, breastfeeding, making sure that they're fed, bathe, take clean diaper, everything, and you will still feel like crap. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you'll still feel bad. And when you guys tell me things like you're a great mom, that lights a little fire in my heart. Like, it's almost like a little candle,
Yeah.
When it looks so dark, it's like somebody gives you a little candle and it's like, here, like, you're doing great. You're doing a great job, And I want to do that for all the moms,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I mean, I do, because I never knew before I became a mom. Like, I didn't know, I didn't know that moms were going through this, and I didn't know how hard it was, and I didn't know how lonely you feel, and I didn't know how, even though everything could be going right and you could be doing everything excellently, you will still sometimes feel like you're not doing enough, So with that light that you and Danny give me, like a candle, and you're like, hey, you're doing great, I want to pass it out and be like, hey, all of you, you're doing great. Even if you feel like you're not, even if you feel like you're not doing enough, even if you feel like que te estás ahogando, like, you're doing an amazing job. Your kids
Yes.
are happy, and the fact that they're happy is proof that you're doing an amazing job. So it was really funny because the other day I posted on my Instagram like a caption about how I wanted to get my hair done, and then I was feeling mom guilt, and I ended up going and I felt really good. And there was a girl commented, and she was like, I'm not a mom yet, but I really appreciate this type of content because when I'm a mom, I'm gonna remember it. And she said that, and I speak to the moms when I put this content because the moms have a special place in my heart. Like, you guys deserve to know how amazing you're doing. But when she said, when I become a mom, I'm going to look back and think of these words, oh my God, yes, I hope everybody who's not a mom right now can maybe not put themselves in the mom's shoes,
Get an idea.
but get an idea.
Yeah.
And if and when they go through their postpartum period, I pray and hope that they remember when they were talking about it in this podcast, they said that I would feel like this, and I'm still a good mom, even though I feel like I'm not doing enough.
I think that comes from a guilt. So I think I gonna talk a little bit about the other part. When the mom was going through difficult time,
The mom,
right? Yeah, but the ones are helpers. The
the people
ones
who are helping.
around and surrounding the mom.
Yeah.
Like the husband or the
You,
mother-in-law,
yeah,
the mom or whoever is close to the mom. I think we have to make it easier for the mom. And that moment, no matter what who you are, but you close to the mom, you make sure you do something extra for that mom. As a
Yes.
mom, I'm telling you, because if you don't help the mom, because the mom in that moment is going through a lot of changes, hormones,
Yes.
different thoughts, the body
Yes.
changes, the mind, the work, the how I gonna do it. I see this a huge
Yes, girl.
responsibility. I mean, they're going through so much, and for whoever is around the mom to stay put and not do anything is not
Yes.
right. If you a
Yes.
husband, if you a cousin, a mom,
Sister.
sisters, mother-in-law, whoever you are, please give a hand. Any little thing we do for the
Yes.
new mom, it
Yes.
will be good. And my experience with you was, I remember how tough it was for me, to the point that I had to take medicine when you were born, because I didn't understand and I become anxious.
I didn't know you
Eh,
were on medication when I was born.
yeah, after you were born, I was on medicine for
For
probably
anxiety?
like, yes, for 3 or 4 months. Yeah, it
Wow,
was
mom,
really
I didn't
tough for
know
me when I
that.
have you, because like I say, I don't have nobody. So now when you had the baby,
Yeah.
I made sure that I was there for you,
Ah,
as a mom and as a grandma, but also as a woman, because not only as a mom,
wow.
as a grandma, but I thought about it. I wish I had the help that I want to give to somebody, to you. So, and this time I say it's my opportunity to make somebody feel better, and to make somebody don't feel the way I was feeling. Wasn't my mom's fault, because my mom wasn't living close to me.
Yeah.
It was nobody's fault.
Right.
Your dad had to work.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I want my husband here, whatever. No, but it happens to me like that. And now there was time for you to become a mom. I thought about it and I say, no, I want to do something different. I will do anything for you to feel better.
Wow.
So that's why, I took some time off and I was here trying to help you with everything, because I thought about it. And that's why I call all those people, especially with moms for the first time, especially if the moms are young too.
Yes.
Please help.
Yes.
It's for us that we're not going through
Postpartum?
being a mom. Yeah, exactly. It's easier for us because
You're
we
not
doing everything.
bleeding.
We're not having problems. We're not having hormone changes. We don't having nothing. So a little bit, it can help a lot. It can make a big difference.
100%. And I never knew. I didn't know you had postpartum anxiety.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I told you I don't supposed to tell my kids nothing, but yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, it was really hard. It was really tough.
Wait. Could we get into that?
Yeah, it's no problem.
Okay, so I was born and you and my dad were working. From what I understand, my dad was working nighttime, so I would be with him during the day, and then you
Yes.
guys would switch, and at night I
Mhm.
was with you and he was working, right?
Mhm.
So what was the point that led you to get on medication?
I think everything started when I was pregnant. I was 2 months pregnant. I was gonna have a miscarriage from you. I was
Mhm.
gonna lose my baby.
Yeah.
So they put me on disability at 2 months, because one day I was at work and I started bleeding really heavily. I went to the hospital and they say that I was gonna lose you. So
Mhm.
they sent me home. I cannot do nothing. I had to be laying down, things like that. So I
Yeah.
think that anxiety become from losing you at 2 months of pregnancy.
For almost losing me, because you
Yeah.
never lost a pregnancy,
No, I
right?
never lost
Oh,
my
okay.
pregnancy. I think from losing you,
Yeah.
I think it comes from that feeling.
Yeah.
So, because I remember being anxious, like talking to you in my tummy, everything's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Things like that. And then when you were born, you such a quiet baby that I was worried about why she's not crying. She's not moving. So I was a new mom. I don't have nobody to tell me. I only
It's
have
normal.
on that moment I only have a book. So
Yeah.
I was reading the book every time. Everything that happens different. I will go to the book. We don't have Google like today. It's
Yeah.
everything changed. Now we have books all over on the
Oh
phone
yeah.
and things like that. So
Yes.
that's what happened. So I went really bad to the point that sometimes I get up at nighttime and
Mhm.
go to the crib and put my ear on your tummy to see you were breathing. And then your dad would tell me, oh, she's okay. She's fine. Don't worry about it. But it got really hard. And my point, for 2 weeks, I had to be going to work with your dad and you. I'd take you to work. He used to be a supervisor for a security guard company. So he would travel from one place to another the whole night. So I was scared to be alone with you in the house.
Like, did you think something was gonna happen to me? Is that what the
Yes.
thoughts were?
Yeah. And I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like, yeah, postpartum
So
anxiety.
until I went to the doctor because I was crying and
Like you
looking
were
at
having a hard
you,
time.
yeah. So one day I decided to go to the doctor. I don't know what was wrong with me, and I went and I say, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm crying a lot, and also they called me from the doctor because I was calling almost every day on the
Oh,
phone to the nurse. Oh, my baby's not crying. My baby's not moving a lot. My baby is not eating. So everything, every day, I will call, the doctor and ask what's wrong and what's wrong. And there were for them probably there were like dumb questions because I would say, how come my baby is not waking up for 3 hours? And then the nurse would say, oh, you should be happy,
yeah,
because most of the babies cry a lot.
yeah,
And but for me, didn't make no reason. I
yeah.
mean, was the first time being a mom, and I had so many questions and nobody to answer. But anyways, I think so. For 2 weeks, we had to drive with your dad every night because I feel like I was alone with you and something was gonna happen to you.
Wow, yeah, that
That
is
was
definitely
really,
postpartum anxiety.
yes. And then your dad was saying, like, oh, the baby's fine. You're fine. I'm fine. We're fine. Everything is okay. You should not be sad. Sometimes people who surrender the mom, we're not educated about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
depression or anxiety or things like that. And we don't know. And it's not their fault because
Right.
they're going through something new also,
Yeah,
So I think if you're going through something like that, I think the best to do is to call right away,
to call for
to
help.
call for help,
Well,
or to tell whoever you feel more comfortable with, like saying, something, I've been crying a lot, or I've
right.
been doing this, or I've
Yeah,
been thinking this, or this thought is in my mind the whole day, things like
right.
that.
I think a lot of times, man, so much to unpack. A lot of times, like you said, when women are having these thoughts, if they're not, I feel we're a family that's very mental health aware, conscious. We're
Mm-hmm.
very conscious of mental health issues. So I feel like you even already had the knowledge to say something's off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chances of my baby something happening to her, probably not high, but I feel it. And when you have
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, that's how it feels. Like you really
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
everything could be okay, but you really feel like no, something's gonna happen right now. Like something is about to happen in this very moment. That's how it feels.
Yeah, the problem is what I see. My experience is whoever is next to you,
Uh-huh.
that the husband or whoever,
Uh-huh.
right? You got those feelings because you're the one who's going through different changes,
Right.
right? But the other person is not.
Right.
So the other person is so hard for them to understand that you're going through something like that because
They,
they see
yeah.
you healthy in the outside.
Yeah. They see
They
you
don't know
whole.
that a lot of stuff is going up in your mind and your body inside the systems that we have, the functions and all this stuff. So they don't understand. They tell you, oh, the baby's okay. You're fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. We got
Right.
bills paid and all this stuff. But they don't understand you. That you're going through something, so strong for you.
Yeah.
Even if it's a thought like the baby's not okay, the baby's not
Yeah.
okay, and now I understand where it came from.
Yeah.
It came from losing you at 2 months of pregnancy.
Almost
That's what
losing
it
me.
was. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And outside of that, do you could we mention and talk about like the fact that there is anxiety in our family? Like there has been a
Yeah.
history of anxiety, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely believe, like, as somebody who has also suffered from anxiety, I definitely think my postpartum period like highlighted it. You know what I mean? Like if before I gave birth, my anxiety was like a level 3, let's say. I think after giving birth in my postpartum period, it went up to like a 5-6. And thankfully, because I have my husband, because I have you normalizing these thoughts for me, Marimar, my friend, she just gave birth before me. So she was a little bit ahead of me, telling me this is normal, you're normal. I had a good support system, which I think
Yes.
it's kind of, gracias a Dios, I think it's kind of a little bit of what helped me not dive fully into the anxiety, right?
Yes.
The other day, who asked me, or where did I talk about this? I forgot, but I don't know if it was a comment or somebody DM'd me, and they were talking to me about like postpartum anxiety. And I basically came to the conclusion like the people around you can make it or break it for you. Like
Yes.
if you have people who are telling you, no, no pasa nada, you're good. Look, the baby's fine. Look, the house is clean. Look, whatever. Nothing's going to happen. You're being crazy. Chill. Calm down. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're happy. Like, I remember there was somebody in our life, not naming names, but they had a baby. And they said that when they opened up to their mom about the fact that they were sad after having their baby, that their mom told them, you don't love the baby? Why are you sad? You don't love the baby? And that made her feel worse with due reason, obviously, because can you imagine? Like, you love your baby. You love your baby, but postpartum feelings are so overwhelming.
I think that's a problem sometimes with whoever is around you. They're not awareness. If you never go through something like this, it's hard for you to understand others.
Yeah.
So for better understanding, I mean, if you never feel anxious about nothing, or sometimes you feel anxious, but you don't know what's going on with you. You just say, oh, I don't feel good.
Yeah, something's
I'm desesperada. Estoy
Sí.
desesperado. You
Sí.
know, but it is anxiety
Yeah,
that
it's
is knocking
anxiety.
at your door.
Yep.
So they don't know what it is. So if somebody who's surrendering the new mom, they don't know at that moment what it is,
Yeah.
they will tell you that stuff. And it's so hard when you're going through something like this to understand what the
100%.
answer that you're receiving is
'Cause that's
like
not what you wanna
doesn't go
hear.
through your mind.
Yeah.
You know, instead of the same things, it's like, okay, what's causing you to feel this way? No, but I didn't sleep last night. I had to feed the baby the whole night. This and that, and that. Okay, give me the baby. Go take a nap. You know,
That's
sometimes it's hard for a mom because during your anxiety, it's also hard. You don't want to give out the baby in the moment, right?
Well, there was even points in my postpartum period where you're like, give me a baby, go take it up. And I was like, no, I want you sitting right here in the reclining chair holding the baby. And don't leave. I want the baby in the room with me. You know what I mean? Because even though you're tired, you're hungry, you haven't showered, everything is spiraling, you're like, I don't want to let go of my baby.
I think when as a new mom or as a mom, because it can happen with any pregnancy. Doesn't mean the first one only, you know. But I know, but because the changes it comes in each pregnancy,
Right.
but it's different. It's easier, okay, for the second or third,
God.
it's easier.
Thank God.
Yes. So, but what I'm saying is like, probably what I'm thinking right now is like when you and your mom and you're going through those feelings, I think you become like a glass mom.
Yes.
You can be break with any little push, any little, you know, even like somebody scream to you, you know, you crack.
Yes.
Like I think new moms are made of glass.
I agree.
You know, so whoever is surrendering the new mom, we have to be really careful how we talk, how we say things. It's like taking like tippy toes, you know, inside, walking and moving, and even when you talking, because sometimes you don't mean something that way, and they will feel different ways. So it's like, okay, you're right. Okay, it's fine. Okay, whatever.
You know what's funny? I remember when SJ was little and you would baby talk to him, and I was like earlier in my postpartum, and you would say, oh, I'm going to take you home with me. I'm going to take you home with me. And I literally told you, remember, I was like, stop saying that because it's not making me feel good. You're not taking him everywhere. And obviously it's my mom. I trust you with my kid. You know what I mean? But that was so triggering to me, even though you were like obviously joking with the baby. And even then, now I don't know how I would feel about anyone taking him other than Denny. You would take care of him here at the house.
Yeah.
But I remember you would say that and it would like ring in my ear. You know, and
she's not gonna take it. She's not
No,
gonna
yeah,
take
and it's great because you kind of bring the claws out, and it's like a joke, but you're like, I remember my suegro, and una de esas veces my suegro came over and he was holding the baby. The baby was like 2 or 3 weeks old. And then the baby started crying, and my suegro, I could tell he was kind of done holding him. And I was like, "Oh, suegro, give him to me." And he's like, "Oh, you want me to take him home?" And I was like, "I will literally follow you wherever you go. You're not taking my kid anywhere." And I don't even talk to my suegro like that. But yeah, when we're new moms, we are 100% made of glass. A
Yes, I think
hundred
so.
percent made of glass. And I think that going back to the point of the postpartum period can be, and it sucks, right? Because I wish I had better advice for the moms, like other than make sure you're surrounding yourself by people who are going to be of good help to you. Because some moms truly don't have anyone.
Yeah, it happens to me.
Right. Like when you were there, right? Like it was you and my dad. My dad had to work. And then what do you tell to those moms?
I think what my experience right now and my beliefs and everything, I would tell them to try to keep calmness,
Yeah.
to find
Keep calm.
something that make them feel better. And I mean, for me, I had to say now they give me peace is everything about what I read and everything that had to do with praying
Yeah.
and giving myself a chance to feel the way I feeling every time. If I feel anxious, I recognize when anxiety is coming to me, and I say, I breathe and I say, everything is okay.
Yeah.
Everything is okay. Talk to yourself
Yeah.
like you're doing a good job. You're an excellent mom. You're gonna make it. I
Amen.
mean, talk. I don't want to say positive, but talk to you like encourage yourself because you're
Yeah.
doing an excellent job.
Yeah.
The soon as you become a mom, the soon as you give birth to another human being, you an excellent mom. You an awesome woman.
Yeah.
So it's like don't let those thoughts take over your mind.
Yes.
I
And it's
mean,
hard.
it is hard, but it's a battle that is
Yes.
in you, and you already have victory. Don't
Yes.
let those thoughts stay in your mind. If a bad thought, a negative thought, guilt thought come to your mind, you change it right away. Listen to
Yeah.
music or
Yeah.
read whatever
Yeah.
you like. Talk to the baby, you praying it and you feeling things like that. Or
Yeah.
it's a newborn, you can always play music for the new baby and for yourself. And please ask for help. I mean, even if
Yes.
you don't
Wherever
have
you
a
can.
close friend or husband, because there's a lot of single moms,
Yeah.
or you don't have a mom close to you or anybody close to you, I think it's always a hotline that you can call
Yeah.
and
Sure
you
is.
can ask for help. Call the closest hospital or doctor or whoever,
Yeah.
but don't do it alone.
Yeah. I think the thing that has helped me the most, because I think, okay, if I didn't have cancelado, no? Pero if I didn't have you, if I didn't have Jenny, I think the person that has been the most helpful throughout this whole process for me outside of you and Denny has definitely been Marimar, which is my mom friend, right? Like she's a mom
Yeah.
friend who's going through similar things, and sometimes we'll text each other and it's like, oh, I'm going through this and I'm going through that, and she'll be like, you're normal. And then she'll tell me, you're going through this, I'm going through that, you're normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like just having another mom friend that kind of makes you feel like you're normal, because you just want to feel like you're normal. How many times have I came to you and told you, Mom, this is this and that, and I feel like this, and you're like, yeah, I felt that, I went through that. And even to know that you also went through postpartum anxiety,
Mhm.
I wouldn't dare to say that I went through it as like deep as you went through it, but to know that, I'm like, wow, you did, and it makes me feel seen. It makes me feel understood, almost like what I'm going through.
Exactly. That's why I'm making my best effort to help you
Oh, and you've
and
done an
to be
excellent job.
there,
Yes.
and to be there for you and to help you as much as I can because I know how it feels.
Yeah.
And I don't want nobody else to go through because it's an awful feeling.
Yeah.
You're not enjoying the baby 100% because you're fighting this battle in your mind that
Yeah.
doesn't let you, be happy in that moment. a hundred
Yes,
percent.
I
So
know.
it's something that is I don't know how to say it. It's not good, you know.
It's not, I mean, I wish it didn't exist, right?
I know, but it's part of the
The process,
changes
yeah.
exactly. Our body
Yeah.
had to change to the normal way later, and you're gonna win no matter how big
Amen.
it's your battle. You're gonna win.
Yeah, I think I would like to say, like, I remember I have a friend, and when she heard me talking about, like, there was a point where I was like, it's because I don't like to be away from the baby because I feel like he's getting bigger and it makes me sad. And she's the one that told me, my friend, she was like, I went through that with my first baby, and I think you're going through a little bit of what's called postpartum anxiety. And, just so you know, because her baby's obviously older now, she's
Mhm.
like, it only gets better when they get bigger.
Amen.
She's like, when they're toddlers, they're so fun. And, so I think the biggest advice, if you are going through like a tough time with postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, like just having ugly feelings in your postpartum period, I think what we're getting from this is like, find another mom.
Yes.
Because another mom is going to make you feel so understood.
Yeah. I think it's easy to find another mom.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think right now in this time and
If,
with all the technology
yeah,
and the phone that you get everything on your phone
yeah,
easy and fast. I think it's groups also that
yeah.
people can belong to it. And if you cannot find one, make one.
And we're
You
here.
know?
We're
Yeah.
moms.
Or you have any questions that we can help. I
Yeah,
mean, we
comment.
can talk about it
Yeah,
and figure it out for
yeah.
sure.
But my God, this conversation, I
I
do
think I think it's a good thing to talk about this kind of
like
topics because
normalize it.
yeah, because it's normal.
It
If
is.
you're going through something like anxiety, like a sadness or whatever attacks, it's normal. Don't feel like you alone, or don't feel guilt, or don't feel ashamed.
Yes, don't feel
Please
guilt.
speak up. It's something normal. I think we have to see these kind of problems like mental health and pregnancy and after pregnancy as a normal thing. It's like when you hurt your knee or your elbow, or you broke a bone, you need help. That's
Yes.
simple it is. I always think that our mind is so beautiful and is so capable to do everything, but
Yeah.
also it can get sick.
A hundred percent.
Our brain can get sick. That's
Yeah.
why it's help outside. It's medication also at the last option if you don't want to take it or whatever. But I always call. Like me, I was alone. I was going through this. I don't even know what it was, but I call.
Yeah.
I called and I got help
Yeah.
and everything went through.
Yeah.
For months, I took medicine and that was it.
Yeah.
It helped me, function again
Yeah.
normal and enjoy you as a baby and
Yeah.
and growing up,
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my
We,
gosh,
we do it
mom.
for the kids and we do it for ourselves also. And for
Yeah.
the help of our marriage also. Because we
Yes.
don't want to make it so hard on our husbands,
Yeah.
like they're supposed to help, not supposed to take the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I love this, and I hope that we can continue to normalize mental health for people
please,
and seeking
especially in
help
our in our
community.
culture.
Yeah, in our
Yeah.
community and our culture. Yes.
Especially at my age,
Yeah.
because it's hard to understand that the mind needs help.
Yes, I agree. So hopefully this got to the right people. And I
Please.
hope and pray. If you are a mom, I just want you to know your mom guilt is a liar. You're a good mom.
Yes.
Yes, if you're not a mom, please help your mom friends out. And they're gonna say, "No, no te preocupes. You don't need." No, go help them.
Yes, at
Go.
least go to the store once. I mean, take out the dogs. I mean,
Yes.
just
Find.
call,
Yeah.
call like, hey, I'm here. You need something. Even if you're not gonna go in that moment,
Yeah.
it gives so much. How can I say? So much comfort to the
Yes.
mom that she called me.
She's thinking of me.
Yeah, exactly. Because I
Yeah.
think at the end of this becoming attention that you want to feel
Love.
comfortable,
Yeah.
love, and you want to feel comfortable
Yeah.
about the somebody's there for you,
Yeah.
even if you don't need it.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. So that was. I love this talk, mom. Thank you so much for
Thank
having this
you.
conversation with me. I think we will see them and each other next week.
Yes.
Yes, I'm very glad that we're doing this, and I hope and pray that it comes easy. Because
Yes.
talking to you is the easiest thing I've ever done. We're just filming it now.
Yeah, yeah.
So thank you for being here, Mom. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I would love it. We would love if you guys could subscribe
Yes.
to this channel, and if you could leave a comment down below to show us some love. This is the Quiérete Mucho podcast.
And also, if they have some questions, or if you guys have some subjects like
Yeah,
you don't
topics.
understand some, or you want to talk about it, you know,
wanna
like
hear us talk about it. Yeah.
yeah,
It's not gonna be just about motherhood. There will be other topics.
exactly.
Right? But it's just what I'm going through right now, and you've been going
Yeah.
through for the last 32 years.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Yeah, you're going through it.
I haven't get there yet.
Yes. So, thank you so much for listening. Las queremos mucho.
Y las respetamos más.
Sí, that's cute. That's cute.
Las queremos mucho y las respetamos
Sí.
más.
You're funny. Que Dios los bendiga eternamente. And I always finish my videos with quiérete mucho, respétate más. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Gracias.
Bye.
Bye.